Hello subscribers, hello friends, thank you very much for tuning in, and hello to anyone who is new to the channel or you just found this video. I hope that you like this video, and if you do, please do subscribe and leave a like. It really helps me out. By the way, this little band-aid right here, that's because I cut myself, so that's why that's there. Anyways, in this video I'm going to talk about how to survive college. So this is a video for young people, basically people in their late teens or early to mid 20s who are kind of like brand new to life, like brand new to the real world, let's say, and life can seem kind of overwhelming, and you don't have much hope for the future and things like this, you know, things that many young people deal with pretty much inevitably. So yeah, let's get into it. So the first point that I want to make about this is that college is a place that you go to learn about something, to learn about a career or a trade that you want to learn, that's going to turn into a job after you're done, hopefully. And you know, this is the main goal. Like, this is the ideal turnout of college. This is the ideal situation that's going to happen. But of course, in the modern age, in late 2016, you know, going into 2017, the way the economy is right now, and the job market in most states in America, it's very difficult. It's extremely difficult for young people to even find normal jobs. So first and foremost, I just want to say that if you're not in college yet, definitely you want to get some job experience first. This is extremely important in the real world. This isn't really something that they'll tell you about in high school or in college, because in those two environments, people tell you that you can do it, that you can do anything in life and that anything is possible. And while that's true, and while that's a good thing to tell young people to keep them motivated and to keep them inspired, the real world just doesn't work that way. You have to have some stuff on your resume first. You have to build your resume before you go in and get an education. So that's kind of a mistake that I made. Because I didn't have a whole lot of job experience before going into college. I had like the typical high school jobs, you know, working at restaurants or factories or this and that, but I didn't have a whole lot to really show for job experience. I didn't have a job, you know, over a year or 2 years or anything. It was always like 6 months at the most, and then I would find some other job. So yeah, that's definitely crucial. If you're not in college yet, definitely just find a job, get some stuff on your resume first, and then pursue to further your education. Now the next thing that I want to talk about is staying motivated and kind of staying inspired while you're in college and maintaining your identity. So not forgetting who you are, or your fascinations with life, or your views on life, or like whatever it is that makes you, that like defines you. And yeah, that's basically to keep on doing the things that you enjoy while you're in college. Even if you're not going to get all of your homework done every now and then, and you aren't going to get perfect grades because of it, you do still want to dedicate a large portion of your time towards doing these things. Because the worst thing that can basically happen is that you become like everybody else, and you just kind of become like the typical like middle-aged working American, you know. That's not very interesting. I'm not saying that all people are that way. I'm just saying there's kind of a large majority of people who don't really have any wonder in life. They don't have like any spice in life. They don't have anything that makes them happy, or they don't try to be creative, or they don't try to be different. They don't try to be themselves because they lost themselves a long time ago, because they kind of gave up in college, or basically it's hard to put it into words, but while you're in college you have to maintain your identity, okay? You have to always keep it in mind. You always have to keep doing the things that define you, that really make you who you are, and that you get true enjoyment out of doing. Okay, so the next tip is to surround yourself with people that inspire you, okay? Now, this tip isn't really for everyone, especially if you're like myself and you're kind of naturally an introvert, and you don't really need other people's company all that much, or you don't desire other people's company. So yeah, it doesn't have to be people, but just try to surround yourself in things that inspire you, or maybe watch more things that inspire you, videos or movies or art, things that really drive your inner variables that define you, right? So if you get really inspired by going out into the forest and looking at the trees and the animals and nature, and you like to paint all those things, and that's what and that does it for you, then yeah, definitely do more of that. Try to surround yourself with more things that are involved with that. So spend more of your free time watching videos about people painting, or reading books about painting. Alright, my next tip is very important, and it's to isolate yourself from the BS, let's just call it. All of the negative things and the negative people, and all the bad things that everybody has to deal with in their daily life, in their jobs or their college, or whatever it is going on. It's very hard as a human being to not just absorb all those things, because that's what people naturally do, is instead of being in our own little world and trying to just avoid it, we just kind of naturally soak it in. So basically, if you hear people around you talking about politics, or pretty much anything else that's negative that people just love to talk about, I would highly recommend bring some earplugs with you. Just put in the earplugs or the headphones or your music, or whatever it is you have, to just kind of block that out. And just consciously try to block those things out. It will make a huge difference in your life, and it will definitely keep you positive and keep you in the mental place that you need to be. Alright, now my next tip is to take it one day at a time, or even 1 minute at a time. Basically, don't think about the long-term picture all the time. Don't think about what you're going to do in this one day to ensure that 2 years from now, when you're done with college, you'll get the perfect job, or things will work out perfectly. That's not how life works. You can't do it all in one day. You can't sort things out in such a short period of time. So don't stress yourself out all at once with all these things that can be solved over months and months. Okay? So if it's bothering you that you are thousands of dollars in debt and you're worried about how you're going to pay this off, just think about it $1 at a time. Just think about, okay, I only have this much money to pay every month. I don't have to pay all that money in 1 month. It's over a long period of time, so you only worry about, okay, how am I going to reach that payment, that sum of money to make that payment. If you think about it like that, it sounds simple, but it is very hard. It's very hard to do for some people. It really makes a huge difference. So college debt, like when you're a young person, can really stress you out. It can be like one of the main things that are always on your mind, like one of your biggest fears, this and that. Just don't let it ruin your life. Okay, and my last and final tip is just to once again realize that college is not everything in life, and whether it is a good experience for you and it's a place that you like to go and you have lots of friends there, or if it's a place that you hate to go to and you feel like you're getting nothing out of it and that it's just a giant waste of money, well, don't let it get to you, because sure, you may have wasted some money, sure, it didn't get you your dream job right away, but you now have the knowledge of what college is. You've been there, so you can tell people what it's really like. You will never go on in life wondering what it's like or wondering if you should have ever done it, because now you know that it's really not all it's out to be. It really is just a huge waste of money, like some people may have told you. And so now going on in life, you know to never make that mistake again. So it can be a positive thing, Many of the lessons that we learn in life, the like larger lessons that we learn in life, can be expensive. They can cost us something. They can cost, an arm or a leg, an injury, like whatever it is. Because a lot of those lessons we learn the hard way. But once it's over, you have that knowledge, like I said, and you have it, done and over with and behind you, and you can move on with your life, smarter, you'll be better to make wiser decisions, and you'll have kind of a new view on life in the world. You'll see it more for what it is, which most young people before going to college really can't do. So anyways, that's everything that I want to talk about in this video. Like I said, if you did enjoy this video and there was any information in it that helped you, I would sure like it if you could like and subscribe. And yeah, more good videos coming soon. Thank you very much for watching.